What's up everyone, Script64 to the guys brand new videos, and in today's video it's actually going to be a Lego review, and most like I will say like the thing that it's a actually mock review of a rebuild version. So it's like the second version of a build I actually did that comes from a little series made by actually designer from a car company, but I don't remember the actual company who did the design of the three vehicles. But there's like a series of like three vehicles they actually did, and it was like about like futuristic police car, and that is basically the Unit 02. It's actually Pursue. So the first one is actually Observer, so it's Observer 01, and then we got the 03 Engage. Um, and that is actually Zero to Pursue. So if you know the channel from a long time, I actually did this car. Yeah, it's actually a car, and it actually it's a car that is built on three wheels, and that is actually is principal function is to actually purchase um like the villains, or like I would say like the dangerous drivers, or anything like that. It actually make the pursuit and all. So yeah, observer is supposed to, I mean, observe where the actual things are, so it's like the same job as an helicopter, I will say. And then the engage is actually the one who actually gonna take the prisoners, or like arrest the people, I would say. So yeah, but that is Pursue. Pursue is a actual car I just love. So it's actually I'm trying to remember, but it's a actually really it's the things I found when I was actually like young. I actually found a picture of the car and I was like, bro, I love it. And I actually did like three designs in total. So the first one I actually did just with my, like, I was really little and I wasn't like on the really realistic base, so I make just fun of it and it was just so cool. Then I made the second one is actually on my channel. It's actually one of my first video I did. So basically called Pursue, and then there's this one that is the Pursue but 02, I would say, but the rule 02. So because I mean it's just the second version I did, and basically why I actually remake another version. It's really simple. So I was looking at my old model and I was like, okay, bro, you're not looking that great. In my opinion, you should look more realistic. You don't have the curves I wanted to put, and like all the details and everything. And because I think I just get it bubbled in my head where I saw the vehicles and I was like, oh, okay, and I just take a look at my whole model and I was like, okay, just don't fit. So I actually rebuilt it, and this is the final product of it. I personally think it looks amazing. But it's my own opinion, but I think it looks really realistic. Um, and then basically this is how it's actually supposed to be. So I think it is really cool. So in today's video, basically, I'm gonna actually show you where's the difference, and I'm probably gonna say some stuff about my whole models. So if you didn't saw the first model, I'm actually gonna put the link in the description, so you'll be able to see the old one and then the new one. So yeah, and it's basically I basically take the design from the guy who actually designed the vehicles, and I put it into Lego form, and that's actually how it looks now. And that's, like I say, it's my second version, so I really try to incorporate more details that I can and make it like the more realistic as I can also. So yeah, so let's just take a look at the build. So first of all, I did that little place right there with the 02. I think it looks really cool. I just really like it. So there's the little plates, and for, I mean, the display, it just looks really cool. And there's the guy. That's the Pursue, guys. That's the Pursue vehicles. It looks just amazing, in my opinion. It is like a really cool vehicles. I just love how it turns out. It is, I think, just way more realistic. So you can see the back. The back is really cool. And then there's the other sides, and then the front. The front looks really cool also. It looks like a really aggressive car. And I mean, this one actually chased the guy, so it needs to be like, I'll say, aerodynamic and all. So yeah, so that's the vehicle, guys. It's a really really cool vehicle. I just love it. I love how it turns out. Like I said, it is, I think, really realistic, and it looks better than my whole version. To be honest, in my opinion, it looks way better. There's a lot of stuff that was not like, it was totally not the same things. One really good example, if you look at my whole model and the new one, you'll see that the back. First of all, um, the those two like kind of stuff right there, and those panels just under the vehicles was really on over like the white the top, and it was not looking that great. Things I actually that I actually compare with my whole model and the real like versions is that there's actually I actually put those, you know, those are like two, it's a two I mean the it's a two by, you know, here is, I will say, two by two, but and the first one was basically just a one line, but now it's like two. It's like a dual line. You know, I don't know how to explain it because I mean my English not perfect, but I mean it was just one. But it was just, the glass was just one pieces entirely. Not entirely, but I will say for the all the glass, and now I just put like, it's by two basically. Instead of being by one, it's by two. That's what I actually trying to say. Sorry, my English is bad, but you know, and there's the stuff. So I try to incorporate more details I can. As for example, you can see. Oh dang. Um, I try to put all the elements. For example, with the pause right there. So I put the blue. I will say the blue lights, and then the red one from the pods. I try to put the two. Because basically on the two pods there's like big screen that shows, for example, information. So there's a alert 405, my bad, and there's the Volt, and basically this is Volt Squad 02, but there's no space for the squad, so I just put Volt and 02, and those are my whole sticker. By the way, those two are really a whole sticker from my first version I did. I just take them back and I put them on the models. Um, so yeah, there's also another sticker I did for the exterior, the 02 right there, and the last one is right on the front right there to actually make the glass. So yeah, so that's really about the vehicles, the forms, and everything. As you all know, it's a police car, so you need to have the red and the blue elements from the real version. So there's red, blue. um I don't think there's light right there, but red's blue, and then blue, red over here, and then also there's like two lightsaber bars, so one blue and one red, to actually make some details at the back also. So yeah, I really try to incorporate the more details I can, making the more realistic as I also can, because it was actually really a really big challenge for me. But that is how the vehicles looks right now. I think it looks cool. The front is the whole one, but I just rebuilt it a little bit. It doesn't like stand there like the whole version. The whole version, to actually open the vehicles and take out the minifigure back, I needed to like open the glass and take out the front, and but actually I rebuilt it, and now it's way more realistic. So it's just way more good. So now it's actually this entire piece is like all this thing's actually open. So I'm gonna show you it. And sadly I didn't find a way, because when I actually rebuilt it, one things I was trying to do is just put a second place on it, and I just didn't find a way to actually put a second place, because the vehicles is actually supposed to be able to put like, you should be able to put like two minifigures inside, so one pilot and like one crew or officer, or we'll say a guy who just been arrested or something like that. But I just don't have like the place actually to put like the two space, um and then the entire details of the vehicles, because it was really hard, because like you can see here, there's the shapes right there that actually make like a kind of triangle, I will say, like that goes like from those parts just to this part right there. And then there's like two separate areas, so this is one first area right there, and then there's like the second one, so it's like separate in different areas. So it was also a big challenge to make all the details, but I think I really did a great job for that. Then there's the front things right there that I think, in my opinion, was really really cool. So I tried to do my best for those, and then yeah, it's just really cool. Then also there's the back wheels that is way more installed way more differently than the whole version. So it just comes right there, and the wheels is over here, and yeah. So that's really about it. So now I can actually put one pilot inside like my whole version. So yeah, it just looked more realistic than the old one. So to actually open it, it's way more different, and you can actually open it like that. To open it, you need to just open like those two things right there, and then you'll be able to open it. And it's like the entire top of the vehicles that actually opened to be able to take the characters. It's way more different than my whole one. My whole one, like, it was like the two side you cannot open it. It was only like the glass and then the front actually. So this part, and you still can take out this part. By the way, it's really easy. It's just built on this kind of stuff right there. That's just fit on the vehicles, and you can just put it. You just put it like that. But you can also take it out to actually see the interior a little bit. So here's the interior. So there's two red lights with white lights right there, and that fits like really really cool. I just love how it actually turns. And now I can actually just take my minifigures. So there's the officer. If I can actually take it, but I think I can. Yeah, there we go. We got our officer right over here. Looks really cool. And there, like my whole version, I can put is gone and then is little things right there. So I don't know how you call this, and you can actually just put and into his hand right over there. So it's actually really cool, just like that. And then you can just put them back also. So yeah, it's just way cooler than my whole one, because the whole one I was able to actually put that, but it was just like at the exterior and it was not looking great, and I actually found a way to incorporate them, like those two elements inside the vehicle. So I'm really proud of me actually, because it was really difficult to do all the details and like put a second, like the place to actually put his item inside the vehicles. So yeah, so there we go. We can just put that, and then like my whole version, there's this pieces right over here. If it actually focus please, focus. There we go. So there's the pieces I used to put right there, and like my whole version, that just goes inside, like on his face like that, on the pilot actually. So I'm gonna show you from the exterior, but you can just put the front right there, then close this area, and then close this, and then you can see by opening like one side, because you can actually open the two side like a door, and you can see that those the comments right over there just go and just right there. So I think it really looks cool and realistic, so it is really really cool. And then those this thing's broke actually, and shouldn't broke, but right there, and I actually broke it more. All right, so now I can just close it and then put this and then put this over here. So yeah, it's not the more like the strongest thing I did, but yeah, and that's really about it. I really think it looks cool. I really love how I actually build it and make all the details, and like it actually looks a lot more realistic. This is actually also not right. Like all the glass just make it curves, and this thing go at the back, but it's actually curves a little bit because it's a thing I can just open and just go right over there. And it was a really big challenge for me to put all the details of the vehicles on and like everything. So it was for me a really big challenge. But I think I actually did a really great job with that one. To be honest, for the second version, I think it just looks way more realistic and way more better than the first one. And yeah, it was actually a lot of fun building that and just rebuild it from zero. Because actually, take my whole one, I was looking at it, it was like, bro, it doesn't look that great. I'd totally remake it, and this is the final result. I think it just looks fantastic, really, really cool, and it's also really fun to play because it actually rolls. So yeah, it's just really, really cool. I just love how it turns. I love the entire model. So yeah, guys. Okay, so hope you enjoyed the vid. Hope you like it. Hope you like the models. Don't forget to put a big thumbs up if you like the build, and also don't forget to subscribe for the channel to actually not miss other videos. For example, update of that, or new construction, or also right now I'm doing some kind of mobile videos, and I'm actually making some montage, so that will be really cool. And then yeah, so guys, hope you enjoyed. I hope you like, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.